Well, it is Group 2 of the Extratime.ie esports cup, all in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. We'll have little prompts popping up on the screen throughout the game, and you can follow those and donate money. It is Bohemians against Derry. Derry have played 2 and only drawn 1 under Darren Cole. Of course, they really need a victory here for Bohemians. If they win, they'll top the group. But there's a long way to go in Group 2. Already from Group 1, we know that Dundalk are through along with Waterford under Tariq Wilson. So it's down towards Twardick, the Canadian international. Bohemians in the white jerseys today. Call sticking to Twardick. Back down it goes to Lyons. Lyons puts a cross in. That's when well handled by Peter Cherry, one of the most experienced goalkeepers in the league. As always, with me on the commentary is Eric Finn, professional FIFA player and just a general football fan, as Bohemians counter-attack from the back again. Eric, what are you expecting from this game?
So far, it seems a little bit towards the side of Bows, but it is only 5 minutes in. So I am looking forward to it. We haven't seen much of Danny Grant.
Oh, Derry are in behind here, but they couldn't make enough of the opportunity. But they have won a corner, so it's not gone yet. It's taken short. Out it goes to Little. Little looking to turn and get a shot away. He squares it to Mallon. Mallon inside to McDonough. Couldn't keep it on target. But it's another corner. Clipped off a Bulls defender on the way. We don't have the benefits of a replay, so we're not quite sure sometimes whether a decision was right or wrong. And as you say, Eric, sometimes officials do get it wrong, even though they're robots technically in this game, or artificially controlled, or whatever way you want to put it. Anyway, I was letting you make a point before I rudely interrupted you, because Derry got a couple of corners.
I think this Group 2 was extremely competitive. Most games are a little bit more slow than the usual football game, but there's a lot more passing involved, and build-up play is fairly slow. But it's very methodical work from the players, and I think it'll be an interesting game, to say the least.
With Danny Grant, of course, controlling Bohemians. We thank all the players who have given us their time to help raise some funds for Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. They, like so many other charities, are unable to fundraise like they normally would at the moment, so we're happy to help them out and raise awareness and do our bit for 65 Roses. And Gilchrist intercepts and then gives it away. And Derry come up the park. Mallon down into the path of McDonough, but he's beaten to it by Lyons. Lyons inside to Finnerty from County Meath. Gives it off to Ward. Ward out the wing to Danny Grant as himself. Oh, he's given that one away. Horgan to Little. Little to Nielsen. Back it goes to Little. He's the guy who's going down the wing. Little looking to get the cross in. Little, there he is. I know who he is. I know his name. He's the guy who's just passed to McCormack. Derry City looking for a way through. By the way, are those little jokes resonating with you at all, Eric? Do you know what I'm talking about? Here comes McDonough. We'll come back to that point in just a second. McDonough basically dribbles it back to Talbot. Do you know what I'm doing, and do you know what I'm referencing?
Unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like I've missed a huge joke.
You are so young, Eric. Anyone who's watched Don't Be Down the years as I have, and anyone who's maybe my age and has watched the football panel on RTE for as long as I have, I think and I hope they'll get it, otherwise I just sound like an idiot. Twardick into Wright sends it home. Andre Wright does it again for Bohemians, who lead 1-0 under Danny Grant.
Yeah, it was a lovely ball, nice spacious side down the right, and just a very easy ball straight through the legs of the goalkeeper. It was a lovely finish and a lovely cross as well.
And the 23-year-old who's from Birmingham doing the trick for Bows. He's a decent player in the real world. He's a decent player in FIFA as well. Now, can Derry get an equaliser? Because keep in mind, Darren Cole and Derry are in a spot of bother if they lose tonight. Both of these teams, of course, managed by now Ireland manager Stephen Kenny. A great boost for League of Ireland people to see. I'm hesitant to use the term one of our own, because what does that actually mean? But he's of the League of Ireland. It just goes to show a good coach is a good coach no matter where they come from, and he's getting his crack with Ireland. As sorry as you'd feel for Mick McCarthy that his campaign ends this way, but well, circumstances, it's very difficult for a happy ending for Mick at this particular point in time. I think as fans, we're all grateful to him. Ireland seem to regain their shape a bit under Mick McCarthy. It would have been interesting to see, could we have qualified under him. Derry looking for an equaliser, one they desperately need. Here's Mallon, cuts back. Conor Clifford to McDonough. McDonough showing a bit of trickery. with showing too much of it to Kirk. And it's out for a throw into Derry. We haven't seen too many throw-ins actually in the Extratime.ie esports cup so far, have we, Eric? Why is that?
I was only thinking that myself. It's just, for some reason or other, when the players are tackling, they seem to tackle. Oh.
Yeah, McDonough almost getting in there, but it was taken off his toe. He's there again now, McDonough, looking for a bit of time, bit of space. He just needs to shoot here sometimes, doesn't he, Darren Cole? He's kind of trying to do the Arsenal thing of walking it into the net.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that was about. Now, the drag back, as we call it, the little tiny movements, it has so many exits. You can go, straight back, or you can go to the right or left after dragging the ball back. So he did it way too much just there, but he knows how to do it, and he just needs to implement it in the correct way. And I'm sure he'll make Danny Grant and Bowes pay for it at some stage.
Ward behind him to Wright, who scored the only goal so far. Away it goes, but intercepted again by Bohemians, who are turning the screw here. Gilchrist down the line. I was only watching highlights today, or actually the full game, I should say, of Derry's win against Wexford from a number of years ago in the League Cup. Stephen Kenny in charge of Derry then. Kevin McHugh playing for them, Deary playing for them, Ger Doherty in goal. McGinn, who went on to have a great Euro 2016. It's 2-0, it's right again. When it's right, it's right.
Oh my goodness, what a finish that was. First time on the volley from Wright, from a beautiful cross. And it's 2-0 now to Bowes. This could make the group very interesting.
What a beautiful finish. He was behind the defender. From a game player's point of view, how difficult was that to execute?
I think on the opposite end of the spectrum, it was easy to defend it in a sense. I think he didn't press the clear button, which is B on the defence. If you press B or circle on PlayStation, it just boots the ball straight out. And I think the player could have, but I don't think Darren Cole actually pressed the button there. So it let then the attacking player to get a foot in first if he did press a button, which obviously he did.
Darren Cole hasn't thrown a punch in this one, has he?
No, and I did play him a few times myself last week or the week before, and he wasn't a bad player by any mean of any word.
But what's he doing wrong? What's he not doing tonight that he did in those games against you?
Well, certainly his clearances in this game have been fairly bad. Now, he did it once on the ground where he just gave straight back in his own final third, and then also when he did clear it, it went over the top, but then it just went out for a throw-in. It just keeps giving back possession. I think he needs to kind of only go on the wings on the forward end, but not from the back, if you get me.
And he needs to take shots as well. He's been in the positions, he hasn't taken them. Here's a potential chance here. Nielsen loses it, Bowes get it back. And it's fair to say that Danny Grant has been very impressive in this tournament so far. Remember, a win here and he'll go top of the group. Nothing guaranteed yet, but he'll be in a very, very decent position. Dundalk and Waterford already in the semi-finals. The other group progressing far more than this one so far. Still a couple of games left in that one. Cameron Stoll has to play Darragh O'Connor in what is now a wooden spoon match. Danny Grant as himself, cutting inside but getting back as Horgan tidies it up nicely. Connor Clifford, speaking of tidy players, Clifford down the line. Nielsen beaten to it again by Dan Casey. Casey back to Talbot. He's defending really well, Danny Grant. I mean, his tackling back there and then control of the ball once he gets it back is quite impressive.
Yeah, and it's the passes that he's making from the back out is really extraordinary compared to Darren Cole's this game, which has unfortunately been a miss slightly.
Andrew gives it away. Here's Nielsen, a goal here might drag them back into it. Mallon's in, Mallon shoots, Mallon can't get the vital goal that Derry need.
Yeah, he didn't do very much wrong there, to be honest. That was just extremely unlucky. Unfortunately, it's finally a shot for him, but yeah, I hope he gets a few more chances like that.
In behind it goes, but guided back to Peter Cherry. Played a bit with Dundalk, couldn't usurp Gary Rogers. Little in behind it goes. I'm going to send you a YouTube link after this game, Eric, so you'll get exactly what I'm talking about with the little stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch it. And then the next game we comment on, when it's Little's in the game, then, I can make the joke.
You can make the joke. Dragged back by Mallon to McDonagh. McDonagh to Nielsen. Again, he got into a decent enough position and again didn't even get a shot away, Darren Cole. Look, he's actually a decent player in every sense, but I'm talking specifically in a FIFA sense. He just hasn't really cracked it today so far.
No, I feel like his brain is working like on a risk versus reward basis. If he takes a shot, will the shot come off? And if it's, obviously going to happen or not, or if it's going to even get on target. But
here's Mallon, and there's the goal. He's back in it. Little put Mallon through, and Mallon took it really well.
Yeah, a lovely finish. He was waiting for that, and he has had chances. I think now he's going to finally realise that he doesn't have to be so patient, and temptation may be dragging him in a little bit, but I think he should be fine. If he does get another chance like he has in the first half and a few times this half, I think maybe he'll take more of it.
Derry on the attack again. Nielsen, Little over the top. Lovely ball to Horgan, who controls it well. Back to Little. Little probing. Dancing around like Michael Flatley and then giving it away. Oh, that's disappointing because there were so many options on there. And Bohemians are on the counter-attack, and here's Danny Grant again as himself. 2 options in the box. Danny Grant might go for it himself and does, and the keeper made a very good save.
Yeah, he really did there. There's very else he could have done there, because I think if he went back post with a lofted cross, I think it would have been intercepted from a defender's point.
Oh, here's Little. Little squares it, but again can't pick out a green jersey, and Bohemians go back down the park.
That is unfortunate. This year something seems to happen with just when you tap A passes and a player is running at full pelt, it seems to just go behind them. I don't know what it is. It's something that does need to be fixed for sure.
I would have thought all the wrinkles would have been ironed out at this stage.
Yeah, me too. It just seems to, usually when they patch a game, they find something else wrong with it then as well. It's been an unfortunate series this year for FIFA, as a lot of events got cancelled too.
Might be unfortunate for Bohemians here if they concede, which they do not.
I probably would have given that as a penalty myself. I thought the keeper came in extremely harsh.
Well, we don't have the benefit of a replay, but maybe, just maybe, Darren Cole has got very unlucky there. So, can they hang on, Bohemians? Remember, a win puts 1 foot in the semi-finals for them. They're running out of time. Substitution made. Lunny is in and Ward is off. Nielsen. Little chasing after. Can Little get there before the keeper? No, he can't. They collide, and Little might be a bit lucky there not to pick up a card. Talbot restarts it for Bowes. McCormack. Long ball out of defence. Wright holds it up, then gets it outside for himself. But Derry have it back. Maybe there's just one last chance in this game. McDonagh. Oh, they lose it again. And then get it back. Clifford. Clifford tried to slide it through to Little. Couldn't pick him out. Too many players in the way. Bowes defending desperately. Twardek, the Canadian, formerly of Sligo. Wright will be happy enough to take it into the corner. He's not dispossessed. He does get the pass to his teammate. Then it's in behind for Wright. Does he bring it in and go for it himself, or does he try and square it? He tried to square it and he's given the ball away. There is one last chance here. Little is making a dart forward, but he's well covered. 3 players on him. Adam Little trying to get in behind. Back to the goalkeeper it goes, and Talbot will bang this clear, and that will be that.
Ooh, that was a tiresome game there at the end. The players were running a bit ragged, and even fair play to Danny Grant for even trying to attack at the end there. I think if that were me, I would have headed to the corner. But yeah, very good game. Unlucky for Darren Cole in some situations, but I think at the end of the day, he really only has himself to blame, as he did have a lot of chances, especially in and around the box, where he just wouldn't take that final chance of even a shot sometimes. But I must say, Danny Grant for Bowes, he took his chances, and he really capitalised on any chance that he did get. So fair play to him.
He was pretty unlucky, I think it's fair to say, Darren Cole. I think you're being a little bit harsh on him there.
I just know he's made of hard stuff, and he is a good player. So hopefully next round he comes back a little bit better.
Oh God, that's the kind of ultimate teacher response, isn't it? You didn't let anyone but yourself down. So what does that win for Bohemians mean for the group? Well, it means that they've played 3 games and they're on 5 points. They're top of the group with Sligo and Shamrock Rovers. Both have only played 2 games. St. Pat's yet to get going, and they will get going very soon. Derry City have played 3 and they're only on 1 point, so it's very hard to see, even if they win the last game, them getting out of the group. So Bo's looking good, but, well, I was going to say 1 foot in the semi-finals, but there's so much football to be played, you just don't know yet. This could go anyway. Thank you once again for joining us. Remember, this is all in aid of Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, and the little prompts were popping up on the screen throughout the match there, but just in case you missed them, if you want to donate, you can go to idonate/Extratime.ie esports cup. Eric Finn, for now, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bohemians under Danny Grant get a win against Derry City, 2-1, the final score.